Sao Paulo. Sao Paulo, Brazil. I hope it's not like yesterday. I really don't like not having a camera stand. And then YouTube apparently isn't taking horizontal. Okay, we're gonna do this anyways. We're gonna do an all signs for Venus in Aquarius. I hope you are well. It's been a while. You need to tell me if the sound is like ridiculously bad. I don't know how to do this. I hope that works. I hope you are well. I hope you are fine. I hope you are healthy, safe, feeling authentic. We're going to start with the birthday babies, Capricorn, at 1:20. Okay. Oh, this is not going to happen today, is it? Like I'm not allowed to move. I mean, this will work, but like, I don't like the angle. I wonder if you can hear me like this. I'm going to start over with Capricorn at 2:20. Let's hope you can see that. Let's hope you can see this. You can see the cards, right? I hope you can hear me as soon as somebody catches the live. I'll ask if they can hear me. This is for the sign of Capricorn. Thank you for the like. This is for the sign of Capricorn. Hello there, Johnny Be Good. Hi, Neil. Okay. Okay. Capricorn, you're up first. This is Venus in Aquarius. Love and money for Capricorn. Love and money for Capricorn. Venus in Aquarius. Saint Michael, please protect, please protect Capricorn. Virgin Mother, please intercede on Capricorn's behalf. Love, blessings, and abundance abounds. Here we go. All right, Capricorn, in love, Queen of Swords. Oh boy. In money, we have the Justice facing the past. Interesting. So you have sort of a cycle going on here. We have you in this time frame of January 17th. So this is future. This should not really resonate yet. January 17th to February 10th. We have you in a solitary mode. Sedentary even, maybe. Some of you, it might be winter. But what I have you doing here is building maybe some boundaries, maybe some walls. We don't know. I have you building up around you so that you can make it right. Whether you are the person who has been wronged or you are the person who has wronged someone else, could be both. You are trying to call in business mode to make it right. So what this is reminding me of is you're trying to, I'll solve the problem throwing money at it. Or I'll solve the problem because if I have all the things, then I'll be worthy of love. If I have all the power and the control, then the love will, then love can happen. But I'm not ready for love until I have sovereignty over my world. So this is more than love. This is business too. Business too. Yeah. So we have a little bit of a standstill here in love for you, Capricorn. Something's not over with your heart. Buried deep inside, you have something that's not over. This could be, even if you're divorced, this could still be those old days, those good old days with your spouse. But you wanting to maintain control, evidence, safety, power. Love is not power. Power is different than love. Both are fun, both are great, but love always wins, and love never runs out. Power can be a limited resource, right? We're always searching for ways of having more power. But I hear you not listening to something that was wise said to you. I hear you acknowledging that you're studying, maybe you're studying some text, or maybe you're cracking open your Bible, or your religious doctrine, whatever you follow. And I see you really studying the lay of the land here, the law, in this time frame, in this luck, in this love. The love part for you, you are impatient. You do not wait around for people. You take a break from it. And in this case, it might even be a vacation. You leave it alone because it hasn't maybe had your back, or you've had to ride bareback. It's been a rough ride, You're tired of trying to help people get along. You're tired of you're being a little bit forceful for your own protection. You're very, very protected already, but you're now adding to that protection. So let's see what we have in money. The Hermit, the King of Wands, the Nine of Wands reversed, the Nine of Cups. Yeah. What's love got to do with it, baby? What's love got to do? You're very good at hiding how you make your money, how you peddle your goods here. You're very good at love has you exhausted. Love comes when you have money. Yeah. Love comes when you are satisfied financially. And you don't talk about it. You're very coy. You're very demure. You're very, almost like you have a secret recipe for money. You don't really tell people how you accomplish these things. You might be an attorney, or have a legal background, or paralegal, or something like this. But I show this Venus in Aquarius teaching you about less of this is not your most comfortable, I'll say this, Capricorn energy, this is not your most comfortable setting. I feel like you're you like the coolness of this Aquarius energy. You like to feel cool-headed. You like to feel the distance. You like that. But what it's really trying to do is pull you out of the robotics and connect you to people by sharing energy and ideas, putting friendship back into romance, things like that. But I don't see you having that. This is a cold shoulder to me. And there's a one way to show up for you, it seems like, is concrete. Now, that could be greedy, but also it could be honest. You're tired of carrying the load for everybody else. You're tired of being overburdened. You want Capricorn wants what they want now. It's Capricorn's turn, according to Capricorn. So that's what I have for you. Thank you for the likes and watching my channel. I appreciate you. Subscribe, it's really appreciated. tarotdamore.com if you want to book a private reading for yourself. Let's go to Aquarius. Venus is in your sign soon, Aquarius. A lot of Aquarian energy coming up real soon. Coming in hot. 11:33 for Aquarius. Okay, so Aquarius, this is your Venus in Aquarius energy from January 17th to February 10th. Venus in Aquarius energy from January 17th to February 10th. This is all future. There's no present in this reading. So if it sounds familiar, you might have a little bit of some idea of what I'm talking about. But watch this in February. You know? Watch this after it happens. Okay, this is for Aquarius. Venus in Aquarius energy, love and money for the sign of Aquarius. Saint Michael, please protect Aquarius. Virgin Mother, please intercede on Aquarius's behalf. Love, blessings, and abundance abounds. Here we go. Okay. Love energy, we have the King of Swords reversed. Money energy, we have the Four of Pentacles facing the past. Okay. Well, we might not have time for love. Some of you Aquarians might be working out time. You might be working out your time, your calendar, your schedule. You might be booked and busy and overburdened here by your schedule. I feel like you're trying to save up money here, and that most of your love energy is going into self-care, self-protection mode. But I do show that it doesn't even give you time to think. But you know what? Maybe this is good energy for you, Aquarius, because you're quite the thinker and overthinker. You might feel like, Grace, I'm not even thinking about love. It's not even on my radar. I don't even want love, like, especially with an intimate partner. No. You may have reservations about that because you're busy scrambling for money. You might be overworked and underpaid here. Okay, sorry to say that, but let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. What do we have about love for Aquarius? Further clarification about love for Aquarius. Further verification about love for Aquarius. Here we go. Page of Wands facing the past. Okay. So in the past, you might have been dealing with a player. Somebody who played games, somebody who thought they could get one over on you. Maybe they did get one over on you, and that's why you have no patience for this. Let's see. This could also be building some kind of lusty, because eventually you'll fatigue out of this energy, and you might be building some kind of new limerence towards someone, some kind of calling in of a new friend or a playmate. Love for Aquarius. They're telling me, the spirits are telling me that this is all wrong, that I'm all wrong, that I'm reading you wrong, and that you get what I'm saying, but I am not saying it right. Okay, so be it. I don't care. Love, here's some additional messages. 10 of Cups, 7 of Swords, Devil, Queen of Cups reverse, 5 of Cups reverse. This person is a person. I think what you were doing was including somebody that you believed in who cannot change and cannot be helped. This person is not going to change. And so you blocking them out, your love energy is blocking them out, but yet you acknowledge them as human. You might feel obligated to stay in this dynamic or to stay here because they might be family to you. So this might be your spouse or this could be, love energy doesn't have to be romantic love. This could be like a relative or a family member. But there's definitely something that's been going on that's a huge lie. In your city, in your society, in your circle, in your community, there's something that's been going on that people think that they can play with this. They think that they can play with Aquarius. They cannot. They cannot. You cannot play someone. You cannot play authenticity. You can't win that game. You can't play with that kind of energy. You're not able to win that, so to speak. But Aquarius, 7 of Swords never really concerns me with you. That's your card. So I think that you're able to digest or navigate this in a way that's very, well, without condemning somebody, Tell me about money for Aquarius. You're trying to save up. You're trying to save up the way you did it before. Yeah, you have a long-term plan here. 10 of Pentacles, 8 of Cups, and 8 of Swords reverse. It's funny because maybe there was a plan long ago that you implemented in money and you're trying to stick to it. You're abandoning that plan for now, but I'll tell you what, the 8 of Cups usually comes back. The 8 of Cups usually comes back. So you might be abandoning a safety plan or a, like a savings plan that you've had for a long time. Maybe you're dipping into your 401k, taking a loan or something like that, where you're like abandoning the plan for a little while because money is really tight right now or you're really having trouble with money. Okay, that's okay. Let's see what's going on. Venus in Aquarius for money. And that would be very, like Venus in Aquarius energy for money would be like taking a loan or, having a resource that pays for another resource. Money isn't just cash flow, Hi, Lisa. Thank you, Lisa. Aw, it's so good to see you. I'm happy you're here. I'm in Sao Paulo. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for helping me. Okay, so Aquarius, back to your money. Anything else we need to know? This sound, I'm so sorry if the sound is terrible. Anything else we need to know for Aquarius? Anything else? Aquarius, please. There, okay. Well, you too, 9 of Cups. You and Capricorn. Same energy, different signs. Okay, so anything with money, you've kept a secret about how you didn't like where your money was coming from before. You've kind of buried that, and it gets to you spiritually, because maybe you don't like, the sourcing of the money. Like, oh my gosh, little children's hands are being cut off in factories far away so that I can have cheap clothes, for instance. And you've been really working on that energy, not wanting to spend on it, and you've learned a lot about where you spend your money, and it's got to be a deep quality to what you purchase that's more important to you. Also, meditating, you've come up with some really unique ideas here on what you want with money. You've got a whole idea mill, it's like a factory of ideas here, that you know what to do with the money. You just need to make the money. So this might be the time to call in a loan or a shift of your assets and plan to rebalance those in the future when you need to implement these ideas. Because when you implement these ideas, you're going to be a lot happier, and that'll make you more money and more love. Okay, so you and Capricorn have really similar energies, just kind of exercise in a different way. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. TarotDeMore.com if you want to book a private reading. Okay, here we go for Pisces. This is future, by the way, 2139. Love and money is what Venus rules, and I've got these terrible mosquito bites from Love Sao Paulo mosquitoes. Okay, love and money is what Venus rules, and Venus is in Aquarius, and so there's like an airy, cool, calm, collected quality to this. Aquarian energy in Venus is like, well, I'm more about community than I am about you and me. Or this is more than, this is, I'm catching feelings. Let's be friends. Let's be friends. If you're having a sexual relationship, can be more about the connection versus the choreography of life. So less robotic, more ideas, more support. Pisces, I think that I'm saying that on your reading. I don't know why, but that's the kind of energy I'm feeling here. It's like the need to explain before I do these cards, because I don't know what's going to come out. But I have a weird feeling that it's not going to feel super awesome, but it's like if you take it in a certain perspective, you'll be ready for it. Okay, this is for Pisces. Saint Michael, please protect Pisces. Virgin Mother, please intercede on Pisces' behalf. Love, blessings, and abundance abound. January 17th through February 10th, Venus in Aquarius. Here we go. Love energy is the Six of Pentacles reversed, and money energy is the Strength card. Okay, same. Everybody across the board kind of keeping an arm's length with love right now or in the near future here. You just see the inequities in the world and you want to make them right. That's what I think that it doesn't matter if it's like a kid's sister or something. Like, you see someone being unfair to their little sibling and you try to make it right, or you see the inequities in the world of like the fear of somebody who's just been in a war zone, the fear of it happening again, or when's the next strike, or that kind of terrifying anguish, and that love is so compassionate that you're feeling for everyone else, that the world is not fair, and that maturity has to do with growth into making it right. Now, you're not taking accountability necessarily for everybody else, but you are taking accountability for what you can. The Strength card is here in money. You've been very, very poised, very strong, and I don't show you going anywhere. I got a message from the ACLU that they've been, suing I think they sued Trump like over almost 300 times. And they're like, we're not going to stop. We're not tired. We knew this was coming. So it's kind of like how you feel, you know, in money and love. So why are your feelings so important? You're a Pisces. And Venus is here. So we're talking about Venus. All right. Let's see about love, more further detail about love. We have the Moon, we have the Three of Cups, we have the King of Wands reverse. Yeah, again, if you're gonna, I really want to develop our friendship. I really don't need this, you know, passionate, wild sexual freedom. I want it to be stable, steady, calming, beautiful. And there's a certain je ne sais quoi about what you actually want in love, Pisces. You're not 1111. Ooh, nice. It's 211 here. Well, 214 now. But yeah, you're not quite sure. What is this Moon? Oh, yeah. Love kind of, you don't sit and enter love with this big open heart, maybe, because maybe a lot's happened to you in love. So you keep it nice and light. You like it airy. You like it free. You like to give others their freedom. You want to build better friendships, better relationships out of this love. Yeah, your focus might be platonic love. What about money? With the Empress, oh my goodness. There's a big shift in your money. The Eight of Pentacles to the past. The Queen of Wands almost to the past. And there lies a Wheel of Fortune with that Queen of Wands and a Knight of Cups. You might be working with somebody here that you really admire, a partnership. This person might be a little bit shaky in their confidence. Maybe they have a little bit of anxiety issue, or like maybe they overtalk, or they're just very much talking about themselves a lot, and you're just like, you don't have to explain yourself around me. This is a very mothering energy, very, very sweet to help other people with. But something about you is working on something that you used to know to be able to build it up. This is your own business. This is your own money. To be able to build it up for future, because you think this is going to go really far. You've been strong for a very long time, and you think that this part of you needs to now be paid. And this person also thinks so. This person might be your best client, but you're walking with them through, you're kind of holding their hand through the process. This might be like someone you take on as a partner or an assistant or somebody who helps you make that money. They just have nothing but love for you, Pisces. So there's a person here that's really on your team. You might be hiring this person later on. They might be at intern level or scholarship baby right now. So that's what I got for you, Pisces. Okay. Aries. 2835. I'm so glad that you're here. Thank you so much, Lisa. Cheers to you. Bom dia. Okay, Aries. Okay, this is for the sign of Aries. Venus in Aquarius energy for the sign of Aries. Aries, you and Aquarius either get along famously or infamously. What do I mean by that? I just feel like there's a lot of fire, air energy that you can, Aries has big fire energy, big bursts of energy, and Aquarius can be explosive with their thoughts and ideas, big ideas. What's the big idea here? So this can be really great. It can also be like you burn out on it. But let's see. Venus in Aquarius, love and money for the sign of Aries. Hope you're all doing well. tarotdamore.com if you want to book a private reading with me. Venus in Aquarius for the sign of Aries. Here we go. Saint Michael, please protect Aries. Virgin Mother, please intercede on Aries' behalf. Love, blessings, and abundance abounds. Okay. Love, we have the Knight of Cups. Wow, Aries, you're the first sign that has gotten, hi Prudence, you're the first sign that has gotten a loving card in the love department here. Well, that's nice to feel. Oh, money is 9 of Swords. Okay, oops. Oops, well, okay, we'll try our best with this one. Let's clarify, okay? So I would say, first of all, in the love department, the Knight of Cups embodies love. Everywhere they go, they take love with them. I think that's you giving everything you can lovingly while you are with people. And then you move. It's like you wake up, you give yourself love. You see the first person of the day, you give them love. You go to work, you see them, you give them love. Everything about you is just, you're a love dealer here. Love dealer. Here's the problem. I don't think you're making enough money right now. I think that you're pretty, your jaw is feeling kind of tight, or like grinding your teeth maybe at night. But I feel like this is causing you some stress. So let's clarify love. Let's see where the good stuff is here. Yeah, you've done a lot of work on yourself, being single, definitely a single person. Maybe this other person has also been single. I show the Hermit to the 9 of Pentacles, both very single energies. Both are, it's like Hermit, mini Hermit, or Hermit in the making. Somebody who is single and stays home, reads a lot, studies a lot, works on their spirituality. And then there's another here, somebody who is outgoing with their single energy, really likes to enjoy the fruits of their labor, goes out, purchases things, sees people, very busy person. So it might be you going back and forth between those two energies. It can be two people that those two energies are loving each other. And then we have this King of Wands here. Here comes the Aries saying, hello, I'm going to change. So this might be you transforming your inner, like your hermit mode, your introverted self into extroversion. Change is required, they said. So that little lizard represents the change, being adaptable, scuttling, they said, or like hurrying along with the times, because the times are going so fast. But I show there being some sort of flexibility here in your sexuality. Okay? Ace of Pentacles reversed. I don't know. They 5 of Cups reversed. And the Page of Pentacles reversed. This is a hot energy, okay? So Venus and Aquarius energy, again, it focuses on that friendship in romance. So it's focusing on that, like, it's more than sexual. Love is more than sexual. There's platonic love, there's this, there's that. Okay, there's friends, there's family, there's kids, there's old people, there's kitties and puppies. There's lots of different kinds of love. And I show that you are not, there's one in particular, there's an attraction here. And I show that you're not, it's like you're staying cool. You're like, but it's not playing a game. You're just like keeping your cool because you're not quite ready to offer yet. Or they're not ready to offer to you yet. But there's this like attraction building. There's this, if this is energy that you feel romantically, sexually, there's this attraction building between you and someone else. And it's not on the table yet. We're just very inclusive of conversation. We're having enlightening things happen. Yes, very good. Okay, let's talk about money. What's going on with money here? Why is there the 9 of Swords? I wish it was the Knight of Swords. That would be a little bit more energized about money, more jazzy. What is the Nine of Swords in money for Aries? What is the Nine of Swords, please? Please tell me a little faster if you can. I don't need to rush you, spirits. There it is. Five of Swords. Oof. Wow. Six of Pentacles. Hierophant. Seven of Cups. Four of Cups reverse. See, Aries, you've had to hustle. This is hustle energy. You've had to hustle hard. You know, this demeanor, this loving, caring, beautiful self-work, self-love, contained, demure, very venerable, loving love of yours. I think you kind of sell it. I think you sell it as charm. You sell it, you charm people with it. And charm isn't bad. I think charm is a good thing. I think you decide who gets to share this love with you. You decide who gets to have this part of you. You have a calling that you're trying to creep towards, that you're trying to, not creep, but you're trying to move towards. And you have choices in that, which I think that you are creeping towards it in a way that's kind of shady. You're using your shadow to push the money, and you're saying, I'm a beautiful, attractive, loving being. You should pay to be in my presence, which is not sure. I think that people feel that if they're not paying you money, then you're not going to be around them. That can be a little bit edgy. But Venus in Aquarius, I think it's smart. And Venus in Aquarius is specifically this card, the Five of Swords. So that's a Venus in Aquarius card. So you're in season here. You're doing exactly what you need to do with money. You're going to have to be a little bit sneaky, a little bit sly. You may have to make some deals under the table, cash only type stuff, okay? You might refuse payments that, you know, maybe you don't take credit because there's a 50% fee, and you might have to refuse that. Queen of Swords, Ten of Swords, Eight of Cups reverse, Empress. Somebody that you've done business with in the past is returning. That could be yesterday, I don't know, but it could be someone you work with. And you're going to go very slow with them. And you're going to offer them a stay in your Aries hotel, in your Aries community, in your Aries vicinity. And you're going to help them out, emotionally speaking, but they're going to pay you for that. So again, the same kind of repeat. Okay, Aries, very cool. I like your style that you've applied to this energy. This energy is very specific, but it's like all the signs take it in a different way. And you have applied a certain je ne sais quoi to it. Right? Okay. Thank you, Aries. Let's move to Taurus. At 38:44. Now, these are kind of turning out to be long, but I like that, you know? Cheers. Cheers. I'm in Sao Paulo, Brazil. If you want to book a reading, check out my description box. It has my Instagram in there. You can DM me. You can go on to tarotdamour.com and just book a slot. My channel or my website won't charge you for this slot. I will contact you via how you want to be contacted. So I will contact you and we will set that up. I do not have a way of income necessarily in Brazil. So we will discuss that and move through it with some options. So in other words, Venmo doesn't work here. Cash App doesn't work here. I think Zelle works here, but I don't really like Zelle. So there's a lot of things going on there. Yes, the tea. Erev Shah. Erev Shah. That's what they say, Shah. in Brazil. No Brazil. I have a hard time with that one, that in Portuguese, in, the word in, I-N, is no. That one gives me a hard time. I'm like, what? A lot of times I'm like, I don't understand. And they can slow down, but no matter how much they slow down, I'm like, still no, still now, now. And then now is the word no, but it sounds like the word ahora, now. It sounds like now, right now. And I get very confused. Like my brain processes other words when I'm trying to speak Portuguese. Anyways, I'm learning, I'm trying. Okay. It's just about how it sounds to me, and I can do Spanish. And that's another thing, is I speak Spanish okay, and it's very confusing because now I want to use Spanish words and I'm like, are these right? I don't know. All right. Anyways, Taurus, let's start. Your love and money in Aquarius, Venus in Aquarius, energy for the sign of Taurus. This is from January 17th to February 10th. So this is future, future, future. This is for the sign of Taurus. I know y'all like the love and money reads, so we'll see about it. I feel like it's going to be kind of a cooler, a little bit boring time. Oh, thank you for that, Lisa. I know it's so, at least like I open my heart to speaking another language, which Americans don't like to try. Such a stressful place, that US of A. Okay, ciao. Let's go back to Taurus. Sorry about that. I was about to bless the cards. Saint Michael, please protect Taurus. Virgin Mother, please intercede on Taurus's behalf. Love, blessings, and abundance abounds. Here we go. Love, energy for Taurus. Ace of Cups, kind of facing the past here. Little nostalgia. Five of Swords and Namani. Okay, what you doing? Online, I heard. So Taurus, you might be going online or booking people online or something like that. It's lovely when it happens, I'll tell you what. Go ahead to tarotdemore.com and book online. You are at this stage of growth. I don't care what season it really is in 3D, but your season of growth is at the lotus, meaning you've been through the muck, you've been through the mud, you've trudged through it, and look at what you made. Look at you. Good job. Lotus. Very good. And you're looking at this past love. It might be on offer again. You might be reminiscing about the good things about this person. But I do think that you are, at this point, you know, girls before hurls. Yeah. I do think that certain aspects of masculine energy make you sick. Like you don't like that. You want calm, pleasing, beauty all around you. You want peace, green energy, you want fresh air, you want calming waters. And then as I'm saying that, there's dogs barking. Like you can't find this peace. You can't find that love that you're seeking. You're having trouble. You know exactly what you want. You know exactly how it's supposed to feel. Which is like, wow, be in that energy. Yes. Try not to cry tears that are ugly tears, because then we know we've gone deeper than nostalgia. Nostalgia has a sort of a tinge of sadness to it. Oh, I wish I could do that again. Yeah? But sometimes we get to relive the past in a way that's like new. And we get that same feeling that we used to get. Does that make sense? We get that same feeling that we used to get from doing it this way. This time, though, you're more seasoned, you're wiser. Okay. I have a feeling in money that you are doing whatever you have to do to get by. Period. The end. I don't think that you're really, it's very not matching your love energy. It's like two entirely different frequencies, entirely different people within one person called Taurus here. But it seems like you'll backstab someone and twist the knife. You don't give a fuck. Like when it comes to money, love and money are two different things. You're not combining the two. What's love got to do with money, and what's money got to do with love? It's the opposite for you. What's money got to do with love? Okay. This is very separate. Let's see what's going on there. And that has to do with Aquarius coolness. Everybody in the zodiac so far is kind of like interpreting this energy a little bit in their sign's way, which is very funny that these readings make so much sense. Aquarius in Venus isn't like, what's love got to do with it? It's more, hey, I caught feelings and I want to talk to you about it, and I don't want you to ghost me. We are doing this robotic movement every day. We do things by the numbers, by the books, but what if we tried innovation? Like, what if we tried something unorthodox here in business, in money? What if I tried it a different way? Gosh, that is a fucking itch. Oh my gosh, like I've never felt before in my life. Oof. Okay. So maybe for you too, Taurus, you have this longing, this itch you can't scratch. Okay. Love energy for Taurus, 7 of Pentacles. I just went silent for a long time. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that, dead air. I was really focused on this card and these little dots on the Pentacles. I've never seen those, and I didn't put them there. I don't draw my cards. So these must be in this deck. If somebody drew on my cards, I'd be really mad. But anyways, 3 of these Pentacles, 4 of these Pentacles have dots on them. And in the 7 of Pentacles, we're talking about waiting. So good. Okay, so you're patiently waiting for love. You're patiently waiting. You're waiting, but you know what seeds are going to work and which ones are not. You know that you've put some seeds out there that are dead. Like they're gonna not be, you're not in the right environment for those seeds to grow, maybe, right? No apologies. You're not going to apologize any further. You're going to stand your ground. There you are. You're standing in emperor energy. Mirroring them. Saying, you want the bull, you get the horns. This is you giving them some serious horns. This is you giving them what they deserve. Honestly. You're not apologizing. You're waiting for an apology from them, but they're not coming forward, and you're extremely terrifying to them to be able to come forward too. Good. Go be gone then. Like, you're like, fine. Get out of my energy. Get out of my space. You're not welcome here. Taurus, you're one of the best in the zodiac at completely ditching situations. Like, you're one of the best at abandoning things. That's not as necessarily a cut, like I'm not necessarily, I'm just kind of teasing you a little bit. But I do think that This is like, do not pass go, do not collect $200. You will not be coming back. And you're a liar, and I don't want to fight. All we did was fight. I'm not fighting for this. Fight for what? You to lie? For you to... No, there's no chance. And it's funny because you might not even have blocked this person. You might just have been so strongly, like, warned them so strongly that they fucking believe you. Okay? So your energy in Venus in Aquarius is very fierce in a way of protection of yourself. This is definitely Taurus energy of like, if you mess with me, you're gonna get ousted and I will never talk to you again. And you mean it. Okay? All right, so they must have been pretty naughty. All right, so the Five of Swords in money, meaning you haven't really been following your where you're meant to be. You haven't been applying for new jobs. You need to be applying for new jobs. You're not listening to yourself here, Taurus. The reason that you feel so like sneaky with money, some of you might even be stealing, you know, or figuring out ways to swindle people into paying you more, or cooking your books or something like that. There's some sneakiness here. That's gonna probably catch up to you. Because you can't, if you are sneaky, there will be some kind of spiritual hex. Yep. There will be some kind of spiritual hex on your money. If you've been sneaky with your money, there will be some kind of spiritual hex here saying, no new offers, no new sales. You're tongue-tied now. They're very interesting. What else? Taurus. Money for Taurus. The Fool. Tra-la-la. Fuck it and forget it. Set it and forget it. Who cares? I don't care. Again, with money, with love, I don't care. I'm going to do what I'm going to do. Although subconsciously it's building up, you might be losing sleep and not understanding, why am I insomnia? You know, why do I have insomnia? Why this, you know? And I think you just don't like this energy very much. It's okay. Like, it's not a super fun energy, to be honest. It's not like Venus in Taurus. You're not digging it in Aquarius. You don't want it for other people, maybe. Maybe you need it for you, and you're having to work with other people and you don't want to. Maybe there's something here that you're going to do it your own way. And people might not really be picking up what you're putting down. You might only offer this to private clients or long-term people who've known your work for money. You might keep those people extra close to you, but at the same time, you don't trust them either. I could go a lot deeper into this energy, but I'm gonna kind of, it's a little bit devious. It's a little bit huntress. It's a little bit raw. Venus doesn't like being scathed, you know, so she can lash really hard, and I don't know if that's affecting. I don't show you doing that, but I do show the energy is sort of, I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to explain it. Anyways, Taurus, much love and support to you. I hope that you heal up and going your own way. I hope that it works out for your energy. Okay. Gemini at 54:26. Gemini. That'll come up in the reading. All right, Gemini. This is your love and money, Venus and Aquarius energy for the sign of Gemini. This energy is from January 17th to February 10th, 2026. This energy is for the sign of Gemini. Venus in Aquarius, representing love and money in Aquarius energy. Here we go. This is for the sign of Gemini. Saint Michael, please protect Gemini. Virgin Mother, please intercede on Gemini's behalf. Love, blessings, and abundance abounds. Here we go. This is not... Oh, sleight of hand, huh, Gemini? The Magician? Okay. Here we go. Love. We have the Eight of Pentacles. Okay, very nice. Self-love, definitely. And then money, the Ace of Cups. Okay, Gemini. Very good. You like this energy. Your sister sign, the air sign. Yeah, you know, friends first in love. You taking things very slow, very calm, for good fashion. You really not paying attention to going out and seeking dates or things like that because you're working on you. You're busy. You're trying to do what you're doing. You're playing the money game and you love it. You love your own business. You love what you're doing. Even if you're in a relationship or a marriage, you're feeling like really independent, really good, really solid, very inspired to keep working. In fact, there might be a little bit of overworking some days, but try to watch that. In money, look at that. If you're doing what you love, then the money comes in. This is how we do it. This is how we do it. Let's go. I'm so excited for you. I hope that you're on the verge of something new, or you just started a new job and you're excited about it. This can be you. The money comes from within you, and you're offering this thing, and people are buying it. Very nice energy. Okay, love, further exploration of love here for Gemini. Strength card, Two of Swords, Moon reversed, Temperance. Strength card, you are being strong towards love in a way that's very aware. You're aware that you're doing this. You're aware that you're being stubborn or that you're resisting a certain person. You're aware of it. I think you know that an arm's length keeps them coming back. You like that little chase game, cat and mouse. There's a big old cat in that strength card there. And what you're blocking out on purpose is that you know that what you could do, you know you could go for it right away. You know you could excite and stimulate and all these things you could be doing. Possibilities are there. You know the possibilities. You've done that before. In this card, the choppy waters are there in the Two of Swords, but for some reason, I show you knowing that those choppy waters are there and being like, I'm not going anywhere near that water. It looks good from here. So someone that looks good to you might be like, I'm gonna just take my time with that. And that is definitely Venus in Aquarius energy. The first things first, friendship before sex, you know? And I show you really knowing in this energy in general how to get along with people who are different than you, how to heal people. Your third eye might be very, very active, and you're extremely protective and protected at this time. Some of you may have children and you're able to handle this energy. Helps you divvy up your time equally between projects, children, people. You're very loving in this energy, very calm in this energy. This energy suits you. Very soothing. Okay, money, there's a Nine of Swords and a Nine of Cups here. Okay, we're getting really deep into the subconscious as I go down this way. But like, I think there's a what if energy to your money, Gemini, that like, well, I mean, it could be like, for me, for instance, I do tarot full time, tarotdamore.com, book a reading, hey. But for me, tarot is my full-time job here. But I could be in a desk job making more. And that's a stress point. And I think that you might have a similar vibe going on. You could be making more doing something else. But you're doing this thing because you believe in it, because you love it. It's a passion project. And then there's also this thing where you also don't like work politics because maybe there's some nepotism and you don't like that. And so you don't really want to be a part of that. You want to be seen as an individual, as part of the meritocracy. So I feel like, did I yawn? I'm sorry. Did you yawn? Am I boring? Oh well. So this 9 of Pentacles here for you, Gemini, is this is sweet treats, big rewards. Okay, yeah. You treat yourself. You gotta treat yourself. 9 of Cups, 9 of Pentacles, 9 of Swords here. Lots of 9s. You've been getting the Hermit all for like a year and a half. So lots of 9s here. Last year was last year. It's going to be done in February. So this makes sense. This coming to a boiling over of completion here. You're done with this 9 energy. I can feel it. You're trying to turn over a new leaf. You're doing some new crafty ideas. You've been keeping secrets. You got tricks of the trade here. You've been sly. You might have a secret. I'm not going to report you to the SEC or anything, but something where you might have insider information. It might not be illegal, but there's something here that you know behind the scenes ahead of time. It helps you create money for you. Maybe this is about automatic income, generating that love and prosperity through money. No nonsense kind of stuff. You've been burned before too, so you know about deals. You know how to negotiate. And I think that's what this 2 of Pentacles is. I'm cleaning these cards off because they got little bits on them. I don't like seeing those on my cards. I like clean cards. The other side too, huh? Yeah, I see you working out your working your energy. You're smooth. Your Geminis are always smooth talkers. So I see you negotiating, wheeling and dealing, making things happen. And obviously you're in it for you. But you also want others to feel good and win. What if we could do this together? It's like me and you against the world, or let's be the dream team. Let's be a power couple. Let's, whatever it is, we could really make this go really far. So that's a cool vibe you got going on there. I'm getting really sucked into cleaning my cards off now. Okay, maybe I'll do that later. That's what I got for you, Gemini. Not on the camera, Lisa. Hey, we got some watchers in here. Thank you so much. I appreciate any likes, shares, subscribes. If you want to book a reading with me, I'm at tarotdamore.com. This is for the sign of Cancer. This is future, so some of these readings might not sound super familiar right now, and I'm okay with that. But what I would say, 65 minutes for Cancer. What I would say is come on back. You know, February begins, come on back. February 10th rolls around, come on back. Because this is from January 17th to February 10th. Aquarius in Venus. A very calming, cool, laid back love. Some people take it the wrong way. Some people think it's hate. Some people take offense to it. Try not to take it personal. That's what this is. Don't take it personal. Before you can get in bed with me, we have to be friends first. That's the kind of love that this is. Let's talk less about the motions and more about the emotions and combine them, you know. Very, very good. Very, very good. Okay, Saint Michael, please protect. Where am I? Cancer. Virgin Mother, please intercede on Cancer's behalf. Love, blessings, and abundance abounds. Venus in Aquarius, January 17th through February 10th for the sign of Cancer. Love energy, we have the Ace of Wands. Ooh. Ew. Money energy, we have the King of Wands. Well. See, now I've only read for one water sign in this energy so far, and I see you getting revved up by it. Cancer, I see you getting into it. I see you, like you're into this energy. You like it. I see you dreaming up something. Some of you really want to buy a house. Like some of you really want to buy property or a house or business. What's that called? Commercial real estate. Some of you want to really get into that, or you might be like thinking about joining a team or, really understanding it. I feel like this energy is very exciting for you. Cancer, I love when you light up with a new idea, especially in love. There's somebody here that you really like, but you might actually be appreciating them for more than one thing. You might be appreciating them on a business level, or you might want to move in with them, or maybe one day you'll buy a house with them, something like that. In money, I show you in control here of your money. You're dominating your field, whatever you're doing, and you are going to be building something. You've got dreams. You are an aspirational person at this time, and you have a vision. And anyone who crosses your vision will be darned. Okay, Cancer? That's what I got for the money part. Let's see about more love. A decision is going to be made. You might be a parent or a mother, or it might be about your mother, but a decision is going to be made that you're going to help or be helped remove this burden. You're going to make a partnership here. You're going to help you're going to help when it's fair to you. It's got to be fair to you. And you might be seeing your mother in a different way now. You might be seeing her as a person more than as this trauma story. Maybe you're seeing your mother as somebody who made a lot from nothing, or was abused herself and gave you love, or more love than she got. So I show you trying to make this fair. You might definitely be in a caretaking mode here. Fair for children, fair for your parents, fair for your cousins, your sisters, whatever, your wives, your friends. You're definitely trying to take the burden away from somebody. So this is a very loving energy. This is deep love. Yep. Deep, deep love. Anything else? You're going to be blessed by this. Somebody from your past, a sibling, a best friend, is going to come back to you, and it's going to be wavy gravy. You're going to realize that they are not so bad, and they're going to realize that you're not so bad. Or maybe there was just a complete misunderstanding. That you missed the old them, that you missed those days where you guys got along so well and it was nice and happy. There's going to be a very big change of plans here in your personal life, in your love life. You also might be stumbling into a soulmate relationship here. This is intense love. So you might have a real desire to be a wife and mother, or just a wife. But I show, or a spouse, let's say. But the supporter, so you'd be like, okay, well, you go win that bread and I'll make the beds and help you out and maybe have a side job and do what I like. And that sounds like really brilliant to me. Okay, that does sound really brilliant. Okay, let's see about your money. King of Wands. I'm afraid to look because I really wanted it to stay in the King of Wands, but let's see. Oh, that's nice. Very nice. So there's something that you've done with money here. You've maybe you've gotten a government help or a boost from a group, from a social group or some kind of social funding. So that check may have finally come through and you're feeling much more stable, much more relaxed. Or you've invested a lot into a community and now the community is taking care of you. So like you might have your own private business here, but the community now is taking care of you and it makes you feel so good. It makes you feel so secure. It makes you feel so loved. You have a lot of love in your heart. And it's healed up a lot of the past. I'll tell you, I don't know if you worked for like, let's say you had looming hospital bills and you were like, I don't know what I'm going to do. And then the hospital was like, actually, you qualify for this plan. You don't have to pay these bills. And you're like, wow, thank you. Something like that. All right, Tower, here we go. Sun reverse, something that so something in this time frame financially that you don't see coming. There's a reconciling of debt. You really don't see it coming, honestly. But you're going to face it and it's going to be over. You might be paying off a debt or being forced to pay a debt. This could be bankruptcy, claiming bankruptcy and saying, I can't pay my debts. I hope it's not that. But this is it's something that you have to revisit. It's definitely something you have to revisit because it's calling you again. So like if you already know about it, which I think you do, you just kind of shove it down and you don't really want to deal with it and you stop talking about it or you stop thinking about it. Even you're like, if I stop thinking about it, it goes away. Not so. You're going to actually like, within this time frame, take on the idea of how you're going to pay this back or take on the idea of this huge burden. This is like something big financially because you're finally okay. You're finally okay to be able to sit and face this. Yeah, you're going to go with the flow and be like, I can't pay it. Honestly, here's what I make. And again, healing, letting it go day by day, stacking your coins, building up, learning how to save money. Okay? This is going to be okay. You're going to be okay. I think that in a past situation within this lifetime, Cancer, you have felt the boiling point of finances. So I know a lot of Cancer friends have trouble with money, but I show you getting pretty good at it and being turning out okay, turning out to be the one that is back into that realm of being okay with money. I don't know how to explain that. All right, let's stop trying then. Let's do Leo, 7418. This is for Leo. This is Aquarius, Venus in Aquarius from January 17th to February 10th. Venus will be in Aquarius, and Venus in Aquarius energy is cool, calm, relaxed. It's more about the substance rather than the surface. So Leo, I hope you are good with substance. So a lot of Leos get accused of being surface animals. very good looking, you know, arrogant, charming, what have you. This might be something that goes a little deeper than that. That needs love to be about friendship first instead of sex, or needs to have substance behind the sale. Okay, so this is a connection, not choreography. Okay, so here we go. This is for a sign of Leo, Venus and Aquarius energy from January 17th to February 10th. Mind you, this is future. It might not sound like anything right now, but come on back and see this again in February. Saint Michael, please protect Leo. Virgin Mother, please intercede on Leo's behalf. Love, blessings, and abundance abounds. Love energy for Leo. We have the Page of Wands facing the past. We have the World facing the future for money. Okay. So in love, I show you having like almost, I show almost a nostalgia. I know there was another sign that had nostalgia. It was like Taurus, maybe. So you might be thinking about Taurus, or them thinking about you. There's a certain nostalgia here, that love is a game, that love is cute, that love is something you pay for, maybe. That sex work is real, that it's just, there's no depth to it. Like you might be thinking about like, or your connections in the past have had no depth to them, that they were all sexual relationships, and that like these people didn't really value you beyond what they knew. And you see that as childlike, you see that as like immature, but you also forgive it at the same time. You're like, well, we had a good time though, didn't we? We really enjoyed each other's bodies. I'm not sure about what else. In a platonic sense, this is more of a giving to the children in your past. So you may have had some kind of legacy move or some kind of abundance here. Or you might be thinking about how you're going to leave a legacy. Like you might be thinking about your will or your beneficiaries. Always, January is beneficiary month, so always go look at your beneficiaries. That's coming from me, a Leo who's this is the World in the finance part for Leo, and I'm a Leo and I come from the finance world, and January is beneficiaries month. Always check on your paperwork for all of anything that has a death benefit or has like your 401k has beneficiaries, and your life insurance or whatever else. Okay, go check your beneficiaries and make sure it's who you want them to be assigned to, okay? To be assigned to. All right, so then Page of Pentacles reversed in love. Knight of Wands. Queen of Wands reversed. Yeah, I no thank you. I'm unavailable to these energies. Sorry. Try again next time. You really had it with people trying to get in your pants, Leo. You've really had it with people's opinions about how you look, or you really had it with like just pedestaling and that kind of stuff in general. Like people have a lot of problems and you're really outgrown it. You did that in the past. You played the game and you're like, okay, I am freaking tired of this. I'm done with that. Okay, gotcha. Here you go. We go slow. That's right. This is the energy of Aquarius and Venus. We go slow. You're a little bit resentful having to go slow. Like you wish you could go fast. You wish you could have fun again. You wish you could do those things with everybody kind of getting along and being fair and honest with each other. Why can't we just get along? So you go slow, and that builds resentment for you. You also have a lot of things to say about the past. You might be sharing some of those things about the past, and it might be squelched for you, actually. There might be a lover coming through for you, Leo, in this time frame, January 17th through February 10th. A person who gets you, a soulmate, a person who listens, a person who understands you, a person who estimated you at first, but now sees you completely. This person hears and respects you. This person sees what you've been through. You might share some of your stories with them and them share theirs with you. There's a very deep respect and knowledge of each other here. And I think this is divinely guided. I think you need this, Leo. I also see that you are unavailable to lesser energies in general. In love energies, you're an intense, passionate person. You are not going to be feeling super confident around young flashiness. You're going to be more like able to mix and emote and blend in. And the more you talk about what you are hurting from, the more you're going to open up to love in different fashions. Right now, you might not have all the energy or tools that you would need to be with this love energy, but you're working on it. You're definitely working on it, and you're taking things as they come. Knight of Pentacles, Five of Swords reverse. You're definitely going to be like open to this, which is great because we don't want Leos with closed hearts. That you rule the heart chakra. We want Leos to have open hearts. It's a very difficult time right now to have an open heart, depending on where you're from. But having an open heart is the gateway. And people, when you open your heart, Leo, people feel that. They feel that surge of energy from, look at that, little snap, crackle, pop. Did you hear that? But yeah, there it is again. They feel that little, like, and then it bursts forward. It gives them energy. It gives them a spark. So you might be having some sparks here as there's something sparks outside, huh? All right, here's money for Leo. We have the World. Okay. So the King of Cups is facing the past. The Hermit is facing the past, and the Ace of Swords. I think what you really know, Leo, is that when you have it, money meaning, when you got it, it's real good. Everybody benefits when you have money. You've been very generous in the past. You're reflecting on how much you've helped other people. And I think that is a beautiful thing. Money can be a great tool to build society and to build people's businesses, their energy, their love, their confidence in themselves. You've been very generous to others in the past, or others have been very generous towards you. But I'm going to go with the first one. You've been keeping it a secret too. You don't really even claim it on your taxes necessarily, but there might be something here this year where you fully claim it. You fully claim in this time, you might be doing your taxes and you say, I gave like $25,000 to charity this year. And they're like, wow, no taxes for you. Okay, so like this might be something you're not going to brag about, but you know the truth. You're gonna do the math this year. That's a nice feeling. All right, Three of Wands reversed, Nine of Wands reversed, and the Hierophant reversed, and the Temperance facing the past. Tower, Empress. Damn, this is difficult. This is like remaining level, keeping your head above water, trying to utilize things from the past that have worked before. You might be showing up a little bit negative in the terms of something having a hard time turning over. You might be moving on from that feeling. You might be like, okay, this isn't working. It's like, this is not sustainable. You've had a lot of thought about it. You've lived it. This is not sustainable. We got to move on from that. Yeah. You might be moving, or you might be moving shop to a different location, or you might be moving jobs to a different profession here. You're going to get down and dirty into business, though, I'll tell you what. You want to be that King of Pentacles that you were in the past, being able to give it away. Yep. Aquarius season is for giving. You may be very generous in Aquarius season. You might be taking care of other people. But this energy is healing poverty. So you know that you have to keep your stuff tight together. What's this King of Pentacles? Fighting for who you love. You do it because you're fighting for who you love. And this Queen of Swords, what's this? Yeah, you might be a healer who collaborates with others, a business owner, a spiritual worker, but whatever it is that you do, you're very proud of it, and you use it to help other people. Ultimately, that's what your purpose is for, is to like serve, right? And a lot of people don't look at life that way. Service to people seems kind of beneath them, but for you, Leo, it's looking like this is what you're discovering in this energy. It's very appropriate towards Venus and Aquarius. I drew like a lot of cards, like half the deck for you, but I think that there's just a lot of, I am a Leo, and there's just a lot of little like details that a lot of readers can't, they're just gonna subtype, or they're just gonna stereotype a Leo typically. And I don't know, I think that there's so much more to stories, but the Leo story is one that I definitely relate to. I don't take it as my whole story, but I think that this has value to it. You have a value to you that's kind of beyond the other signs, and I don't mean that in a way like let's sign bash here, but I think that when you're born into the king or the queen realm and you inherit that, you're treated special. And if you don't use it towards special causes or people, then what is the point? If you're not here to serve, then it's like, yes, you're born into royalty, but royalty is supposed to serve the people. So Leo, that's what that was more for. I think that Aquarius and Venus gives purpose to love, deeper purpose. So I feel you really in that energy, which was really nice. Okay, let's go to Virgo, 8717. This is for Virgo. Venus in Aquarius energy for the sign of Virgo. Venus in Aquarius energy for the sign of Virgo. Let's do this for the sign of Virgo. Venus in Aquarius energy for the sign of Virgo. Virgo, I wonder how you're going to get along with this energy. This is going to be from January 17th to February 10th, 2026. And Venus in Aquarius is a cooling energy. It's a soothing energy. And it should be like, don't take it personal if it's not like super hot and in your face and flashy. If it's not like immediate gratification. This is actually about friendship in love versus like sex only. This is about not just going through the motions or the choreography of life. This is about living it with a purpose and applying that. So let's see what this season has. Venus in Aquarius for the sign of Virgo. Saint Michael, please protect Virgo. Virgin Mother, please intercede on Virgo's behalf. Love, blessings, and abundance abounds. Here we go. On love side, you have the Ace of Cups. Nice. And then in money, you have the Five of Cups reversed. Very good. I like this energy, Virgo. First of all, in love, I show you want you're feeling renewed. You want a brand new start, whether you're in a marriage. A lot of you, I feel like, are already in a relationship or a marriage, and I feel like you want this like new energy to emerge. You want to feel the expansion again. Something might be happening with your Jupiter energy. So check out Jupiter and its movements. I don't know when it moves. I haven't really done a lot of studying about astrology this year yet. But I do show that women are going to be an important source of love for you in this time frame. And I show that you're going to be offering a lot of support, but emotional support, more than you are used to, more than you're known for. You're very healed. You're showing up very healed in this energy. You're very much like, if somebody comes at you with hurt or aggression, you feel sorry for them. So there's like sorrow here, but there's also this like blessings. You're like, oh, bless them so that they don't have to do that to someone else. Very, very mature, very meticulously planned this way. I also show that in money that you're going to be like, que sera, if I want it, I'm going to buy it. If I can't afford it, I might still buy it. But if I can't afford it, I might not buy it. Or it's just kind of like whatever the flow of money is, you're going to take that flow of money and you're going to include other people with it. You're going to be like, these are such hard times. I'm going to start spending a little bit on others because I see the struggle. I know the struggle. I have so much. It's the least I could do is share it. Ah, it's very generous. Thank you so much, Virgo. You can send it my way at tarotdamore.com. All right, let's do love. Death reversed, 3 of Pentacles, and the Hermit. I feel like in the recent past here, you were building your friendship circles. You were building like, who do you want to work with? Who do you want close to you? What kind of energy do you see builds your spirit? And there you are, the Hermit. So you're very much like, I picked the best friends. I picked the best family. I am so lucky. And a lot of it has to do though, like you picked that. You know, Virgo, like this is your decision. You did that. You chose these people and you love who you chose. You also might love who you're born into. You've learned how to work with what you have. Okay. The World. Oh my gosh. You might be going on a honeymoon or a travel with your lover. Travel might bring you a lot of love. You got to get the hell out of here though. I'm telling you what. You got to get the hell out of wherever you are. Destination where? Anywhere. Beautiful. Just travel. Just go. It's great. Traveling is so wonderful. Yeah, you might be doing this with a Taurus, a Leo, an Aquarius, a Scorpio. I say you're really not giving a shit. Like, you really don't give a flying freak. You said, good riddance. I'm out of here. Okay. Love energy. 3 of Cups. Amazing. Friends. This is very much, you're digging this energy. I said in the beginning, I was like, I wonder how Virgo would handle this. And it's with ease, with grace, with, that's me, with love. You're doing very good. I wish I didn't have to waste my time on people like this. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so great job, Virgo, because I show you like moments like that just happened, like where you're seeing humanity in other people, even if they're trying to come at you, you know, like you're very much like, you like very much wish them peace, like bye. Like very good at saying goodbye. Chariot, yeah, you're definitely planning a vacation, going on a vacation, road trip, girls trip. Very good. Very, very good energy. In money, let's say that you are not talking about it, but you've been quietly holding up, like saving up a nest egg here. You've got something here that maybe you had a side job or a second job that you're not sure how to report that on your taxes. You might receive some bad tax advice in this time, so be aware. Okay, Virgo? Be aware. You don't want to pay the wrong person to do something either. So there might be somebody here who you have agreed to do business with that is a bad choice. Yep. But it helped you get in the door. Okay, so just look at it that way. It helped you get in the door. But you might be struggling to get out of this situation in this time frame, or you might feel uncomfortable with this person in business. Let's see. Oh, there's another person here. Oh, there's another person here. You might be overextending yourself in collaboration ideas here. Yeah, the Four of Swords reverse, you might be like stretching it thin. There's somebody here who's never happy with what you provide. And then there's somebody here that you can't seem to get a hold of, but you'd like them to be in your center of influence circle. As far as business is concerned, you've reached out. These two parties you've reached out to. These two parties, like, there's somebody here that you really want in your business or to be associated with, or you want to collaborate with them or partner with them, or they're like a celebrity or an influencer that you want them to see you. Then there's another one who does this to you. Very interesting. Fangirling and such. Just wait on that energy, okay? You've done your work. Have faith. It'll come back to you. Five of Swords. Everyone's getting the Five of Swords in their money in the month, in this time frame. The Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles moves into, they said, Aquarius season. So the Ace of Pentacles is like when Aquarius season emerges, you're going to see some things that are not fair. And you're going to just like do stuff that, okay, I'm going to say it to you like this. People are tax evaders. 100% of people, 100% of us evade taxes. It doesn't matter who you are. But this is what I think for you is like, I'm not paying for that. If we're going to, let's say you don't like what we're doing with our federal dollars, if you like, I'm going to pay as little taxes as possible. I'm definitely not going to pay for that because I don't believe in what we're doing. Okay, great. So you might feign poverty here so that you don't have to pay them. And just, or you might delay paying your taxes. Okay. Yeah, this time politically is intricately like affecting you, Virgo. You don't want what's happening here, so you're not gonna like pay into it. Whatever this is, it could be your company that you work for, it could be like a legal situation, but there's something here where you're like, I don't believe in that. That's not how I roll. I'm not going to be contributing to it. So, or you might draw back your money from something that you used to buy, or because this company is unethical. So this has a lot to do with your ethical reasoning and standards. Very, very good energy here. You're very businesslike in this time frame. You're getting a lot done. The love energy is favoring this. So be aware. Be aware of all those things that I said, any other outcome. Sun reverse, there's something that you're not seeing, but oh well, by April, it'll be fine. No problem. It's very like, you don't have any real concerns, but I'm just telling you about some little details that might help you with your money. That's always nice to know ahead of time, right? Okay. Hello. One second. Okay, so now we got Libra. $99.24. Libra. This is for the sign of Libra. We have Venus in Aquarius energy for the sign of Libra. Venus in Aquarius energy for the sign of Libra. Venus in Aquarius energy for the sign of Libra. You know what? I want to take a moment to say something for myself. Somebody here just said, I prayed to Mary and to Saint Michael without praying to God. You don't know me, and you don't know anything. How about that? I have my own ideas and my own spirituality. I am okay with who I am. And if you're not okay with who you are, take your vitriol elsewhere. You do not have to watch my channel. Get the fuck away from me. Anyways. Libra. This is for the sign of Libra. We have, oh, your sister sign. So Venus is in Aquarius, Libra. And that could be feeling really good for you. I think that you'll like this energy. I think you'll ride the coattails of this one for sure. You'll be like, hey sis, it's me, Libra. And Aquarius is like, come on, everybody, come on. Some people don't like Aquarius energy. Some people shun and avoid or blaspheme Aquarian energy. And Libra, I show you, before I even draw these cards, digging it. Sister air sign, right? Fellow air sign. All right. Saint Michael, please protect Libra. Virgin Mother, please intercede on Libra's behalf. Love, blessings, and abundance abounds. Here we go. Okay. Libra, in love, we have the 3 of Pentacles. And in money, we have the 8 of Swords. So, okay. In love, they kind of want me to talk about money first, but I'm going to insist. Please send me the love messages, guys. In love, we have the 3 of Pentacles. Friends first. Friends first. This is the epitome, the epitome of this is the epitome of Venus in Aquarius energy. And Venus in Aquarius is friends first, you know. It is, let's stop going through the motions of this robotic life and let's start putting purpose behind it and community with our goal. Like let's have a purpose. And that's you. You might in love, you might be repurposing an old friendship towards something new. You might be friending some misfits here. Some people that don't fit in and then including them. You also might be utilizing all your skills, your gifts towards tasks around the house and then working with people physically on like labor tasks on purpose. This might not just be work energy, but you might bring a lot of love into your work life because you get a charge from harmony, from working with others, from teamwork. So this is a very charged time frame for you in love, more than the other signs. I would say you're probably the only sign that this would like boost this much. You get a kick out of it, you know, it helps you. And then I also show though in money, you're very worried about money. And I feel like it's because there's not enough you can do for other people maybe, or there's some kind of, well, I heard shortness of breath. I don't know what that means. What is this thing? Piece of grit. Okay, so anyways, in money, I show you sort of worried. You're trying not to get burnt in money, so you're trying to avoid, like, you're trying to get the best deal maybe, or you're trying to avoid shady salespeople or something like this. Let's see about love. Let's see about love here. I think I summarized the love energy really, really well, but here's a detail, okay? So you seeing a different, you were spending so much time in a childish energy, and now you're seeing it from an adult perspective, and you're letting it go. You're letting it die. There's somebody in your energy that's very childish, very abusive, even, and you're just sort of like, you have become a bigger person. You don't have time for this type of tomfoolery. And you're not playing around, but you allow them to be the child that they are. And I think that they love you for that, because um, you give them the space that they need, while also realizing that this is that they have stabbed you in the back so many times. Like, it's weird how you can offer friendship to somebody like this, but that's again like something that I don't understand about certain signs, is like how they keep doing this, like how they keep extending opportunities, chances, you know. What else? Well, there's an Aquarius and a Six of Pentacles and a Queen of Wands reverse. You know, come Aquarius season, you might be cooling off here towards this person. You might be kind of cold shouldering this person or these people. This person has caused you enough pain that you are not going to be able to forgive this time, because it's breadcrumbing. It's like, I deserve so much more than these breadcrumbs, and I don't think that you're going to be able to heal it. I don't believe your apology this time, because I don't think you can come back from this. You've done this too many times, you know? Aw, thank you, Lisa. You've done this too many times to for me to believe you. I don't have confidence in this dynamic. This is not a fair dynamic, but I love you anyways. But you are loved. Aquarian energy is something that I do not super understand, but I'm very comfortable with. It's my South Node. So it's kind of like, for me, I feel like I was an Aquarius in a past life or something, but I have Aquarian grandmothers. Both of my grandmothers are Aquarians. I have an Aquarian bestie, and it turns out like usually Aquarians become my best friends. So this energy for you is, Libra, very, you would love to give them another chance. You would love to believe them, but you can't. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, dear. I hope you have a wonderful day too. Working on a Sunday. Ain't that just you, huh? I disapprove, but I approve of your soul and your spirit and your love. Thank you so much. Quit working so hard. All right. Moon and, okay, so there's a face-off between a battle of wills, if you will. And the one who wins it is the one who's hot-headed and fiery. Who can yell the loudest? Oof, there might be, I'm gonna tell you what, this might escalate. If you say no to someone, they might yell at you. They might show you who they really are, Libra. But you're gonna be very patient with it anyways. This is a very interesting love dynamic. I don't really like it for you. I think that you put up with a lot, and that you're worth so much more than this. You're better off alone. This isn't worth it. This is not worth it. But this energy and this Venus in Aquarius energy will show you this. And actually, you might already know what I'm talking about. Like, you're one of the few signs that's like, yep, okay, they're gonna do it again. Okay, I already know. They're gonna apologize. It's gonna be a fake apology. They won't be able to make it up to me. And I have an understanding about this. And I'm gonna be quietly like, no. No thanks. Not this time. You don't get to treat me like that. I'm worth so much more than this. Very, very subtle, sweet energy. And I show that really working this person up, and it also excites them. It's like, ooh, I'm going to chase now. And this person loves to chase their tail. And at the same time, it's like taking care of a puppy. You have to have a certain like fortitude for it. You have to have like a certain patience. Like, oh, it's just a puppy. You know, like, oh, well, they ate my socks, but it's just a puppy. Oh, I need to get a $12,000 surgery because they ate my socks, but it's just a puppy. You know, like, I don't have that. I could use more of it maybe, but I also help you see it when it's happening to you. So Libra, that's what I have for love. Now money, 8 of Swords, what are you worried about? You're worried about like some sourcing. The source of where you get your money maybe, or where you're putting your money. You want to be in love with that. You know, you want to love what you do. You want to love the energy that your money is creating. You don't want this. It's almost where you have a lack of sleep from it. You know, it's almost keeping you up at night, but it's not quite there yet. You might not love some parts of your job, but other parts you really love. And then there's also this energy of like, oh, I can't change things, so I'll just do my best. You can change things, but you're not going to, is what I mean. So that would build to your anxiety, is like, that's not serenity. Serenity is changing the things you can, accepting the change that you cannot make. And in this case, I see you as capable of creating change, but you're not creating that change. You're just kind of going with what you know, doing your best with that, but you're not really changing people's lives or contributing to the cause. You feel there's a lack of justice here. There's a lack of accountability here, and you know it. And I think that you do your best to manage that. But the money, you know, is very stressful. It was very stressful. King of Swords, facing the past. Ace of Pentacles reversed. Ace of Swords reversed. Either they're saying this about you or you're saying this about them. I should have never hired this Libra. Or Libra saying, I should have never accepted this job. I should have never taken this job. There's also this, you think maybe you can solve problems the way you have in the past regarding your money. And that's not going to be the same way going forward. That's not the truth going forward. You know? So this misguided truth, this is something being held from you, withheld. You're going to talk about, okay, you're going to bring it to a balance here. Maybe your boss is holding out on a raise or something, or is like not offering you something, but you deserve it. And yes, you're going to pursue that. So call HR, go with that process of getting what you deserve. You will be seen. You will be seen and heard if you pursue something that you deserve. Okay? So this is what I got for you, Libra. Let's move on to Scorpio. I'm starting to have an allergic reaction to it seems like there's like a mold in here or something. Sorry. I'm pretty allergic to mold. So this is the coolest room in the house. It's quite warm out. So I'm not complaining. I could be in Sleetsville, Wisconsin. 11411. Interesting. What's the 411, Scorpio? Let's find out. This is going to be your Venus in Aquarius energy for the sign of Scorpio. For the sign of Scorpio. This energy, is shedding light on who commands your spirit. You. It has a taking of consideration into the feminine. And there is a duality here of listening to the masculine. The masculine thinks that they're always right and never apologizes and never sees it from your side. It says they will always have an injury. They will always have chaos in their body. So these masculines that you associate with will always have like a leg injury or a future hip problem or something wrong with their, like they'll have like an arthritic issue, or they'll back problems, like there'll always be a pain issue in the body manifesting in these masculines that don't listen to you. All right, channeled message for you there, Scorpio, if you want to tip me on that. tarotdamore.com. If you want to book a reading. I like it here. I can channel really easily. All right. This is for the sign of Scorpio. This is for the sign of Scorpio. And we're doing Venus and Aquarius energy. This can be very much what people mistake you for, Scorpio. I listen to a lot of Scorpio readers actually on the internet, and I just heard one say today that when you get a bad feeling, you go with it because you know something's gonna happen with that bad feeling. Like if someone gives you a bad feeling, you listen to it. But Venus in Aquarius isn't that, and it can be kind of feel a little bit cooler or harsh, but it's supposed to be just like brisk, maybe at worst. But a lot of people might feel shunned or you might get confused with this Venus and Aquarius energy as Scorpio energy, but it's not. And you'll know the difference, and certain people will know the difference as well. Okay? All right. So many pre-messages. Saint Michael, please protect Scorpio. Virgin Mother, please intercede on Scorpio's behalf. Love, blessings, and abundance abounds. Okay, on your side here, you have the Queen of Cups reversed in love. Oh, in money, we have the Moon reversed. What's going on in love? There's a sadness to your heart in love. You might be, oh, well, okay. I mean, you might be dating somebody, little escapes, little dates, they take you out. It feels good, but your heart, you might be, this is like dating someone with a broken heart, but you're not fully recovered maybe from something else. Yeah, there's an Emperor here. Yeah, there's an Emperor here that you have to stay, like, you might keep it professional with this Emperor, but you have to stay really guarded towards them as well. You have to protect yourself from them. But this is the person that you want, the person that you work towards, you work on yourself for even. And it's like so that you catch their eye or whatever. But you have to guard yourself from it. There's protection here. This is also love comes in all forms, but I'm getting mostly this is romantic or that kind of love. Okay, so the Devil is reversing. Three of Wands is reversing, and the Three of Pentacles. So what I show maybe in the conclusion of that energy, you might be concluding this energy in this time frame. The energy that you were putting, you were improving yourself, hoping that this Emperor would see you and choose you, but then also having to protect yourself from this Emperor because they were not something. They were something that, again, that, remember when I mentioned it before the reading, I said that Scorpios just feel things and they know, and then it happens. So this person is one of those people that you can't trust, but it's not because they're a bad person. It's just that you know that they're going to hurt you. And here you are avoiding that hurt. The hurt would have been caused if you would have went too fast. This person is so attractive to you that you've decided, I can't be just friends with you. I'm sorry. And then you leave it be there in this unfinished business. And that's what is your heart is hurting over, is this unfinished business with somebody that you said, I can't be friends with you. I'm too attracted to you. That's it. Nothing ever happened between you, but man, did you want that to happen? And then here you are experiencing lighter love in a light, happy-go-lucky fashion, enjoying it, being spoiled. Here's your decision. Your decision is to go for what you really want, to go for what you're weak for, to be happy, fully happy. Yeah. I think you might go for the sexual desire in this case. You might break free from this person that's treating you well and go towards the person that you have been protecting yourself from, just to get it out of your system maybe, or to feel like, I don't know, to feel satiated. You've been maybe putting this off for a long time. You've maybe wanted this person a long time, or they've wanted you a long time. There's a certain weakness here, and you can't help yourself. I show you going towards it, whatever that is, that weak spot in this time frame. So this time frame is January 16th to February 10th. Whew, that's love. Wow. Hot, heavy, not heavy, hot, steamy, heavy-ish. Yeah, she's got the Queen of Swords, or Queen of Cups reversed there, but you're tired of overthinking that, and you're tired of being depressed about it. So go do it, go get yours. All right, so Moon reversed in, you make your own decisions, by the way. Moon reversed in your money. I didn't see this coming. In the past, I haven't seen something like this coming, but now I know it's coming. So I won't let this happen. The Hangman, the Seven of Swords reversed, and the Four of Swords. So, Seven of Swords reversed. The Hangman, the Seven of Swords reversed, and the Four of Swords. I'm like really having a hard time. I just feel like I just sat here for a while thinking about this. I don't know how long that pause was, so thanks for waiting. Scorpio, this is you waiting for something that you put away. Oh, this is like saving. So you heard about a unique opportunity or an interest rate that interests you, and you're going to be saving your money, hopefully, towards that. You might have a bond or a CD or something that you're going to be putting into or collecting on, either way, okay, or both. But it feels very conservative and very long-term. Takes a while to build this money. An investment of sorts. Okay, Three of Cups towards the future, the Justice card, the Ten of Pentacles reversed, the Two of Pentacles towards the past. You might be collecting a claim, or maybe there's some kind of overdue claim on a public website, and check out your local government page if you're owed money by any kind of insurance companies. But yeah, you might be part of a small claims or a class action lawsuit. Something like this. I don't know if you're part of an actual lawsuit, but something like this, claiming money, is going to help out in the future. What is the Hierophant here to say? Yeah, there's the truth. So the Hierophant will rule in your favor. If you're in a court situation, you definitely are going to win this. Go for more, they said. Add 2 more. So let's say they're going to give you 10,000. Add 2,000 more to it. Okay? But that's just an example. I think that your friend might be an attorney helping you with this legal obligation. and you're gonna win. Whatever this is, but it could be like making a claim or yeah. Your financial information is very specific here. Okay. Also, don't be burdened by being okay. I know this feeling very well. When you make money, if people are not happy for you making money, Scorpio, then you don't need to be burdened by that. Sometimes people live in their own, you know what I'm saying? Like they made their bed financially sometimes. And I'm not saying don't be generous. I'm not saying be a hoarder or a miser. But what I do mean is that it's okay for you to be abundant and healthy and free and full of money. You may have a friend that's like this as well, that gets you, that is the Nine of Pentacles to the Queen of Pentacles, you know, so you take care of yourself, you can take care of others. That's another part of this. So I do show money being like, you are hyper focused on money, but also love. Like, I think you're really motivated at this time to go for what you want. And that, I don't know, like, I didn't read much on that in the Aquarian. I feel like that's part of this Venus in Aquarius energy, is like, you have to talk about it and you have to bring it into fruition. You have to bring it to your reality. Otherwise, it's just a thought. You know, there's no benefit to just thinking. It has to like manifest into something. So I know that phrase, your thoughts become your reality. But in this case, I really feel like you have to take action. And Venus in Aquarius is a cooler love energy. It allows you to keep a level head with your heart. So great. That would be like making a really smart financial decision or something like that. All right, here we are on the last sign, Sagittarius, at 127.29. Woo, this takes a while, huh? I've been out here for 2 hours. Gracie. All right. That just means it's time for lunch after this. Sao Paulo lunch. I'm so excited. Okay. So, Saggy. This is for the sign of Sagittarius, for this energy of Aquarius, Venus in Aquarius. This energy takes place from January 17th to February 10th, 2026. So this is a future reading. This might not sound familiar at this point. It may or may not. But this is your January 16th to February 10th, Venus in Aquarius energy, love and money for the sign of Sagittarius. Okay, here we go. Saint Michael, please protect Sagittarius. Virgin Mother, please intercede on Sagittarius' behalf. Love, blessings, and abundance abounds. In love, we have the Four of Cups, and in money, we have the Ace of Pentacles reverse. Interesting, because I showed if you go to my Instagram, Saggy, I showed that you had a connection there with someone, you versus them, but it might not have been love or romance here. I do show you rejecting a lot of love. Choosiness is what they said. You said cleanliness is godliness. So you might not like their habits, or like, you might think that they're beneath you. Some of you might be picky eaters. But that's like kind of what you can relate it to. Like, let's say you're not like, Grace, I don't even know what to do with love. Okay, well, have you ever like had a food that you didn't like when you were a kid, but now you eat like a lot of it? Like onions, for instance. I didn't like onions until I was like 22. And I didn't like them when I was in my 20s, but now I like crave onions. When I get sick, onions is one of the things that goes. I don't want onions when I'm sick. So it's kind of like you're not trying new things here. You're kind of staying in this juvenile energy in love. Okay. I'm not open to trying new things, Grace. Okay. Your energy, your call. And actually that might help this, that might be this Venus Aquarius energy, you know? Page of Swords reverse, you're not on the online platforms, you're not dating, you're not looking. Okay? Tarot shows that you have choice, it doesn't dictate your life. That's what you say. You'll be waiting for the one. You'll be waiting for that person. The truth. I think the truth is that you make people afraid to approach you. You make people see that they're so imbalanced, that they're so messy, that they don't have a clean enough house for you to come over. You would judge that. You would be like, let's not go to your house. It's dirty. A lot of signs revel in comfort of, even though I'm not perfect, people that want to be around me still are around me and accept me where I'm at. I don't show this as the energy here. This energy is not that. Four of Swords reversed. Okay, Six of Wands reversed, and the Ace of Cups. There's a lot of ego happening here. You can choose ego, that's fine. Sometimes there's healthy ego, right? But I don't show, I show that you might feel sort of an alternate sense of, see, because unorthodox is what Venus in Aquarius asks of us, right? So an unorthodox approach to love, I've never tried that before. In the past, I was very, very guarded against this. I would have never, this is like someone who's not your type. And you know what? I've heard this said before. Anyone who says, you're not my type, the receiver of that is getting rejected, right? Well, really what that means is on the receiver's side, somebody who says that to another person, you're not my type. On the receiver side, that's saying, if you've been rejected, as that's the excuse. And I don't think this is you, Saggy, but this is what it feels like on the other side. Deep down, authenticity wins. Authenticity is a much stronger vibe than love. And that's proven. The hertz that authenticity throws off is 40 times stronger, or 40 hertz stronger than love. And that authenticity is going to come back around. So it's like somebody was being authentic with you. Someone offered you something authentic and you didn't take it. Not only that, you may have like, hak pui, no, get away from me. You know, like you may have turned the knife a little bit on this person. They didn't deserve that. Or you didn't deserve that. But when someone says you're not my type, what it really means is what the person being, what the rejected could say to that is, well, you're not my standard. There's a difference. Standards and types. Type is like typical. Standards are something that we develop over time that takes time to process, takes time to think about, takes time to learn. And I can hear you arguing with me right now. Well, I have the highest standards of all. I have plenty of standards. What are you talking about? I think there is a certain I'm going to call it out a little bit. There's a little bit of a discarding going on here. And you're going to learn about that. You're going to learn about discarding people. They're not optional like that. They're not disposable. And maybe that's what you're sick of. Maybe this is what I'm talking about. Maybe you're on my side here. Because you don't want to online date. I hated that feeling of online dating and going into the apps and being like, well, let's just dispose of people. What? We're people. How can you be against your fellow man? We've been saying not to hurt each other since how long, you know? I know that you're tired in love, you're weary of your options, you don't find these people attractive, but the Aquarius energy here is saying you're going to struggle with this, Sag, because they're going to really put you into something deep here in yourself. Really, really, really much. This is something you don't know about yourself. This is a self-awareness thing. You're going to put this, ultimately, this thing inside of you that's like, why don't I find people that I'm attracted to? Why don't I? Because you're spitting everything out. And this energy has you feeling a little bit, they're going to bludgeon you energetically until you acceptance. This is actually a stage of grief that you're in. It's denial. Denial of others, denial of love, pushing it away. And you're going to push it away until you accept that you're doing that. You're going to accept that there's plenty of love and plenty of people available for me. I need to rehash what I want. I need to kind of renegotiate with the universe. And for you, Sag, that's the number one problem with single Sagittarius. They will not negotiate because Jupiter is their planet. They will not renegotiate with universe. There's 8 other planets. Okay? So there's definitely other qualities in people that you can be attracted to, even if you tell me right now that you're not physically attracted. Well, big whoop-de-doo. Things, when you give people space and you let them be their authentic selves, I'm telling you, it changes. I'm telling you, it changes. So this is a harsh energy in love. This is a hard lesson, and you're gonna learn this lesson until you learn it. That's what the universe is saying. I'm giving this a lot of time, even for free here. If you want to tip me, you can. But this is a lot of emotional labor to be telling somebody who's so abundant and so prosperous and so like awesome at life. You think that you deserve the same thing. You think that you and you are getting the same people. You are being offered these people, but you're telling the universe that's not it. Nope, nope, nope. You can pray to Jupiter all you want, but there are definitely other planets that don't get along with Jupiter. And Saturn is one of them, and Saturn's having some tough aspects with Jupiter. So this Venus energy is kind of here to help you soften that war energy. You shouldn't have to fight about love or what you want. And maybe some of you might see this reading and say, I'm going to patiently take my rest from love. I already have. So whatever energy you came to this reading with, I don't want to see anybody, I don't like anybody, they're inviting you to the opposite of that energy, to an unorthodox way of moving around that energy. It's not that hard. It's like, okay, instead of online dating, then go volunteer and see who shows up to the volunteering. That's the kind of soul you want to be around, someone who donates their time. You know? Well, I don't like them. They're not good looking. Oh, well, okay, then you might need to go somewhere else and think of another option. Like, you got to keep opening those doors if you want to find somebody. Keep thinking of new and innovative ideas on how to meet people. Okay? That's what I got for you, Sag, on love. And then here's money. Ace of Pentacles reverse, taking it back. You might be returning things or getting refunds, tax refund. Checking out your subscriptions and saying, I don't want this anymore. Working on yourself almost like to your own detriment. Or maybe you neglected your dreams. Maybe you have a dream here and you're super passionate about it, but you've neglected yourself in those dreams. Like maybe you have your dream job, but you neglect yourself while you are in your dream job. There's also maybe like a side hustle that you could be doing, or you could be navigating your Eight of Pentacles here on how to work on yourself. And like if you're not going to school, maybe it's too much, you know, like I don't want to go to school and work. I don't want to do this and that. It's like, it's weirdly though that they're giving you all this energy. You have a lot of energy right now. You're very like air stokes fire. So Aquarius would try to put the burner on high here. Seven of Swords reversed, Six of Cups reversed, and the Judgment card. No, you're not going to be doing business with this person ever again. No, thank you. Nope. Left a sour taste in your mouth, may have swindled you, may have not paid their share. But yeah, this person, no. They got you one time, they're not going to get you again. Yeah, and you don't need to worry about this too much. I do show that emotionally, though, you might forgive them, like if that's possible. I've never really heard of Sagittarius being very forgiving. But this could be your dad, though, or someone really close to you. This could be a painful separation. Someone who's taking care of you. This might be somebody who's trying to offer you money. This could be somebody who's like trying to send you like, oh, I'll help you out, Sag. Okay. This is what I can do because I'm not there in person. There's also this energy of like, you two need to work this out. So I'm getting a lot of dad energy here. Like, you two need to work this out. So maybe this Six of Cups reverse could be a sibling or a cousin or something, roommate. You're kind of unbothered by it. You're neutral by this energy, and you're just, you know, this game. You're not gonna play it again. So I do show this in money. Something authentic is happening here for you. Very, very. This is easy for you to understand. The love stuff, not so much. Yeah, you're definitely just taking care of yourselves. Saggy, you're gonna be number one. Any gossip or rumors about you will be squelching that. Like, phew. Anything at work that they're being said about you will be like, no. Yeah. If people come for you, you're gonna burn them. Okay? Yeah. Somebody at work has it in for you, so just be aware of that. Some boss doesn't like you, but you can always go over their heads. Don't worry about it. You know the truth. You take care of yourself. You keep managing the way you are. You're doing great. I don't like the way these people are coming for you, but whatever. Whatever. Queen of Swords, Nine of Cups. Yeah, you do what you want. Money, you go where you want. You do what you want. Money is your lover right now. I love it. You might not be as charitable as you used to be. I think there's reasons for it. I think you're trying to like piece that, P-I-E-C-E, piece that energy together like a puzzle of being generous and then figuring out how to be more generous so that you can create more peace. P-E-A-C-E. Okay. Wow. That's what I got for you, Sag. Seems like the longer I went, the longer the readings got. But anyways. Aw, but I wanna sing. I can do your reading, but I don't have a way to do paid readings. I only do readings for money for individuals. I'm sorry. I think that you're wonderful. There's your reading. If you want a reading, tarotdamore.com. You can book me. You can, Instagram is in the comments. You can message me on there. That's what I got. This is all the signs. I did all the signs. Hooray. And then I'll be posting the timestamps shortly, okay? Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for all the likes. I really appreciate it. I will see you next time.